Today, we're going to take you through 5 tips to cut the time it takes you to save up for a deposit. Now, Nathan, this isn't going to be one of those ones where we're telling people to eat 2-minute noodles for 2 years, is it? We're going to go through some really practical stuff, even some apps, a few tips that you can start using today. So take us out from the top.
Yeah, so first one is pay yourself first. So practically speaking, what this looks like is having your employer pay you directly to an account which is separate from your day-to-day account. So straight away, before you even get paid, your money's straight in your savings.
It's really easy to do. With a lot of online banks now, with CommBank, NetBank, all those guys, Westpac, you can literally jump online and have a new account in minutes. If not, there's other banks that actually let you split your account. So a way that I actually did this a couple of years ago was you set up a separate house savings account, separate from your day-to-day account. You get your money paid straight from your pay into that account. You don't even realize it's gone, and you keep living your life and keep spending your money as you were.
Nice and simple. The next one is save on the 1%ers. So what that practically looks like is review everything. Nothing is safe here. You're shopping, if you're always going to the shop across the road, Woolies, Coles, wherever it happens to be.
It's the small things that you won't miss out. So practically speaking, it doesn't mean you're going to have to live on 2-minute noodles, but it could mean instead of spending, $10 on super fancy cheese, you get the $5 one from Aldi. How you can cut down a little bit, because that can add up to $50 each week, which can add up to $200 every month, and really just escalate over the year. So it's all the small things. It's not missing out. It's definitely not, if you really love cheese, then don't cut back on that. Cut back on the tomato sauce or the jam or the toilet paper. It's the small things, the 1%ers that can really add up and snowball and help you save off that deposit really fast. Nathan, our next tip.
The next one is cutting back on your rental expense. So an easy one for here is look at friends, family, anyone that you may know that if you've got a spare room, why don't you try and rent it out to them?
Now, the thing that you'll be surprised to find is that for a lot of our clients, their biggest expense is their rental. It can be 30 to 40% of your income that goes to paying your rental expenses. So like Nathan said, find out a way to cut down on this. If you've got a 2-bedroom, you've got a spare bedroom, rent it out. If you can downgrade, downsize.
Airbnb it, that's another way around it.
I've got a friend that does that. Make good money. But there's a couple of different ways you can do that to really cut back on that rental expense and really put more money into your top pocket to help you save up for your house way quicker. Nathan, the next one is you've got to keep it all separated. So what's wrong with having all your stuff in the one account?
Yeah, what we find is, typically speaking, when you have all your savings in one account, it's quite hard to keep savings and spending separate. So what I personally found is the easiest way to do is keep them separate, simple, but yet very effective. So separate your savings from your spendings. Keep your savings that you do not touch account. It's the account that you never touch, and you'll be on your way to saving more money.
Actually, a little life hack on that, because I've made that mistake too. When I was trying to buy a place, I put it all in the one account, and you get to Friday and you feel rich. You got all the money in there, and you don't realize that it's actually money you can't touch. So there's a few banks out there that have reward savings accounts. So what that means is you put the money in there every month, and they actually penalize you the interest if you take it out. So it gives you a bit of a disincentive to take the money out, and it means that you keep putting away a little bit every week, and that saves up to your deposit.
The next one is celebrate the quick wins. So once you hit a milestone, celebrate it, because there's nothing worse than going hard out in savings and it just feel like you're not getting anywhere.
It can feel daunting. If you're sitting there with no savings and you've got to save up $50,000, it can feel like so much money. But the fact is, if you want to buy a house, you need to save a deposit. So if you want to do that, you've got to break it up and do it slowly.
Yeah. So I think the saying goes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So break up that big audacious goal. If it's a $50,000, maybe break it up into 10 bite-sized pieces of $5,000. Every time you hit that target, go and celebrate. And it doesn't need to cost you money. So for example, in Brisbane, you might go, well, we'll go take the family out to South Bank and have a swim. That's absolutely no cost. You might go to Mount Nebo, Mount Cootha, any of those places for a picnic. That's all very cost effective.
It's awesome. So there are 5 tips on how you can save up for a deposit way faster. Nathan, what was your fave?
I think looking at the 1%ers and how you can find a way to really cut down on that.
It's true. So let us know. We'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comment below. And if you want to hit us up, let us know at huntergalloway.com.au.